the D-Day Waffen-SS bloke being used to represent 12th SS forces on 7 June. We have the core of the selection. We have a Panzer company, HQ of 2 Panzer IVs, 2 platoons of 4 Panzer IVs, and a platoon of 4 Stugs. Supporting it, we have a max strength reconnaissance platoon mounted in 7 of the small half-tracks, and a understrength armored Panzer Grenadier platoon mounted in 4 of the regular half-tracks, 2 Puma troops, 3 naval werfers for artillery, a 250 half-track observation post, and 2 2-centimeter truck-mounted anti-aircraft guns. And that is the German D-Day force for today. Today's D-Day British force representing the 3rd Canadian Division with the Canadian Relentless upgrade card. We have a rifle company, HQ, with 3 full-strength rifle platoons, a Vickers medium machine gun platoon of 4 guns, a 3-inch mortar platoon of 6 guns, and a 6-pounder platoon of 4 guns. In support, we have a troop of sextons using the command card, a Sherman armored troop with 1 Firefly and 3 Sherman 5s, a L4 Grasshopper, which we're using to proxy as a austere OP, and naval gunfire command card. And that is the 3rd Canadian force for today's game. So I have placed my 2 objectives. I have placed an objective here and an objective there, within 8 inches of the short table edge and outside of 8 inches of both long table edges. Bree, the attacker, placed 1 objective where she had to in my deployment zone there, marked out by the 4 white Canadian dice. It had to be outside of 8 inches from each edge of my deployment area. And then another objective had to be placed within 16 inches of the opposite table to her, to her, so she's placed it here in the bocage. So I've left a platoon of rifles, the Sextons and the Sherman troop in reserve. The 6-pounders are in ambush, and the OP there is just waiting to come on, hopefully on my first turn. So for my deployment, I put a platoon of rifles in that forest there. I've got the 4 Vickers holed up in that building, and I have a platoon, another rifle platoon more or less, taking refuge in the church with the mortars in the graveyard. I'll be right back after Bree deploys. Here we have the German deployment. We've got the Armored Panzer Grenadier platoon here in the forest, ready to advance or defend the objective if the Canadians come forward. We have part of the Panzer Corps here, ready to advance forward. We have the Pumas that spearheaded forward, bringing along their reconnaissance platoon and the AA to protect them. And the naval werfers are here. Bree has elected to leave another squad of Pumas, the Panzer IVs, and the other Panzer IVs and the Stugs in reserve. So we will go on to the start of the game. Turn 1, Waffen-SS, you get immediate reserves. So, 1 roll.
4.
Not quite. Okay. Moving on to the movement step. Alright, what did you do?
Alright, so these guys just kind of shuffled over a little bit and up ever so slightly. They were kind of here and they're up a little bit now. These guys are starting to move up into the town to kind of take cover behind some of the buildings and maybe worm their way through the town. And then these guys just move tactically up and around the town in a hope to kind of flank you from the side. And then these guys are staying still to guard.
Alright, so the Canadian starting step, the only thing I gotta do is roll to see if my observation point comes in. On a 3+, it does not.
Okay.
So on to my movement phase. Alright, very uninteresting phase for the most part. I'll move this platoon over with a terrain dash because I'm going to try and take up positions in the town here before they can get in. And then the unit that was in the church, terrain dashed with a cross check through the bocage there into the plywood field and are hopefully going to stop that blob from harassing me too much.
Yep.
And one of my formation command units moved to the top of the church tower for better spotting.
Okay.
Yep. Starting step, turn 2 for Bree. Got to roll for reserves. That's our cat in the background making a mess. Okay, so that's one reserve unit. So we'll be back after the movement phase. Turn 2, German movement. Tell us what you've done.
Alright, so my reserves, my Stokes, came on and dashed from the edge. These guys kind of came around the side of the town with the intent of coming from here and kind of maybe coming up around the other side as well. These guys are still kind of flanking around to try and get towards the hedgerows, whereas these guys are preparing to come into the town as well from another angle.
My Canadians say no.
We will see about that.
And we'll check to see if we have any shooting this turn. Alright, so in an attempt to potentially get some pinning on this platoon before they move out entirely from where her OP can see, Bree's going to attempt to range in there. It's like a quarter of an inch, maybe an eighth of an inch away from there, so it's not quite danger close, but it is pretty damn close.
It's pretty damn close.
So because there's terrain under the range in marker, you add +1. Both unit skill is 3, so you'll be ranging in on a 4. Alright, so yeah, ranging in, we had to just quickly double check. Ranging in, 4+, first attempt.
You got
Ranges in. Okay, so we'll check to see who's underneath the template, and we'll be right back. So checking to see what's under the template, we've got 2 teams on both levels of that building that are just under, the other 2 on the each side. Sorry, the other 2 on this side are not quite under the template. And then you got that Rifle MG team and command team. So we'll do in 2 separate pools, 2 dice for the Rifle Platoon and 2 dice for the Vickers MMG Platoon. Hitting me on a 4.
Alright, Rifle Platoon first. No hits.
Alright, and then the Vickers teams.
1.
1 hit. Alright, so I will then take my infantry save of 3+, which I will fail, and then you need to do a firepower check, which I think on them was a 3+.
Yep.
Okay. That'll kill a Vickers. Alright, so first I got to unpin my Vickers platoon on a 4+, which I do not.
Okay.
And then roll for my my Auster OP, and my Auster comes in. My reserves don't start till turn 3 because they're delayed. And yeah, all right, so moving on to Canadian movement step. All right, so for my movement, the squad that was here has kind of spread out. A lot of them moved into the church. The command moved up to here into the building. These guys stayed sort of there. The guy that was here moved up as well. And then 2 teams, 1 PIAT, 1 rifle, moved into the bottom floor of this building, or just leaving them on there to remember where they are. This platoon, I moved up into contact with the bocage because, correct me if I'm wrong, but as long as you're base to base with a linear obstacle, you can see through it and still be in cover. Could be wrong,
We think.
but that's how we're going to play it for today. If we are wrong, please correct us. Version 4 is still a bit confused with the terrain rules, and I can't quite figure it out in the rulebook where it is. So that's that. The Auster came in and is sitting there to call in some bombardments.
It's just flying around menacingly.
Well, it's just an observation plane. It's got no guns. There's no bazooka strapped to it. And yeah, so we'll move on to shooting. Alright, to start my shooting step, I'm going to attempt to use the naval gunfire card. So on a roll of each shooting step, I choose either formation HQ team or an observer. I'm going to choose the Auster AOP. And on a roll of 5+, they may attempt to spot for a naval bombardment. So let's see if I can even do it first. So we get a 6. We connect with the cruiser offshore. So I'm going to attempt to spot it in basically on the center of your reconnaissance platoon there and catch some of the pumas.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure a hill counts as tall terrain underneath the objective marker. Wow, let me try that again. I'm pretty sure the hill counts as terrain underneath the ranging marker, so I'll add +1.
Yep.
And the Ulster's skill, I think, was a 3+. Just gonna quickly confirm that. Skill was a 3+, so on a 4+. So that's the first attempt, getting a 3. Second attempt, getting a 6. So
Perfect.
he ranges it in. So I'm gonna check to see where I can hit you, how many I can hit you with, and then we'll come back to roll.
Alrighty.
Okay, I got a bit carried away. I forgot that that has a bunch of anti-aircraft guns.
Yep.
So you get to do that technically before I spot. So Bree's offered to let me keep the result of the spot and the card if I survive. So the SDK said 250s each have self-defense anti-air, so they get 1 shot each. And the, I don't remember what they are, the 2 centimeter barreled tracks, they get 3 shots each stationary because they're dedicated anti-air. So we'll start with, which one do you want to start with, 7 or 6 dice?
7 dice.
All right, so we'll start with the half tracks. I'm hit on a 5+.
1 hit.
1 hit. All right, I get a 3+ plane save, which I'll make. And then the actual anti-aircraft guns, they are within 4 inches of tall terrain. So as far as I understand, I get concealment. So you'll hit me on a 6+.
On 6 dice, correct?
On 6 dice, yes, because 3 shots each.
1, 2.
All right, 3 up. Ah,
1 save.
which means you shoot me down. I don't get to use my gunfire.
Sorry. Sorry, darling.
Well, guess I'll attempt to switch it to the other gun, or the formation commander of the church to do it instead.
Okay.
All right, so I can't just use a different spotter. I had to choose the spotter and then attempt to range in, and because of the way the OP works, where you get to do your anti-air against me when I range in, technically I've already chosen the spotter. So the formation command team that's on top of the church tower will simply spot the mortars at the same target.
Alrighty.
Needing a 4 on the first attempt.
Cool.
All right, we checked the 3-inch mortars. They can hit 4 of the Pumas, 4 of the half tracks and 1 of the Pumas. First attempt, so hit on your just regular aggressive hits on number of 3+.
Yep.
I'll get 3 tracks, and for the Puma, I'll hit the Puma.
Okay.
So the tracks are top armor 0. My anti-tank is 1. So you just need to roll a 1 or better. 1 equals 2 ignores.
Okay, and it was 3 of the tracks you hit?
3 tracks.
Okay.
So they all bounce.
Yep.
The Puma is also top armor 1. Top armor 0. So a 1 equals. So I can potentially bail you out on a 4+. I don't bail you out.
All
Okay. All right. PIAT will shoot out the side window of this building at that 1 Panzer. I'm slow firing, so I'll add +1 because I moved this turn. And you're hit on a 3+.
Alrighty.
So hitting on a 4+. I'll hit you.
Okay.
So your side armor against my anti-tank. My anti-tank is 10. Your side armor would normally be, I believe, 3. 3. But you have bazooka skirts, even though it's technically not modeled as if you do, but you still have the bazooka skirts. So bazooka skirts, a tank team with bazooka skirts increases its side armor to 5 against weapons with firepower 5+ or 6.
Okay.
So against my PIAT, you are effectively side armor 5.
Okay.
My anti-tank is 10, so you need a 5 to equal and a 6 to ignore. So that'll go in.
Yep.
So 5+ will blow you up. So I'll kill 1 Panzer.
Alrighty.
So that'll just, unfortunately, as far as I remember, formation morale, the command tanks, even though there's only 1 tank left, they just automatically pass last stand. So we'll just go straight to reserve rolls.
Alrighty.
Nothing. All right, on to your movement step. All right, take us through your movement.
Alright, so I did not get any reserves this turn, unfortunately, but the units I do have all kind of moved up. These guys dashed up. Everything else kind of tactical. These guys kind of around the corner to start trying to come up on you here. He moved up to be able to take shots from the side. These guys are coming in through the side road here, and these guys moved up this way a little bit towards the hedgerows.
All right. And we forgot the 250 OP cross-checked and moved up to the edge of the forest to get some line of sight down that way. Alright, to kick off the German shooting, the Panzer IV Command is going to open up on my one team in the open with his machine guns and hopefully spread some shots around. You'll be hitting me on 4s.
Okay.
4 shots.
2 hits.
Alright, so 1 hit goes to him, and then who else do you want to put the hit on?
The guy sitting right on top of the objective marker.
Mortar? Okay. So my rifle team and the mortar dies. These 2 Panzer IVs are going to shoot the same targets. The Rifle Platoon. MGs or cannons on them?
I think cannons because the building.
Alright, so 2 shots then, 1 each. Hitting on 4s as well, because you, again, target the guy in the open.
1 hit.
Alright, so it has to go on the guys in the open. And he saves it.
Okay.
That Stug has line of sight to the teams in the floor, or the bottom floor of that building. Again, the 2 teams that are on the bottom floor are technically on the roof right now, but that's just because that doesn't open. So, 1 shot because he moved.
Yep.
I'm assuming cannon again.
Yep.
He hits. PIAT or rifle team?
PIAT.
PIAT. Saved.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to unpin the Vickers again on a 4+.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't need them.
Turn 3, I start to get my reinforcements. They are delayed and scattered. So no.
Okay.
In my very exciting movement step, the rifle team that was in the open there ran to that door and into the church. And that's it. Alright, to start my shooting step, I'm going to attempt to use naval gunfire using my formation command team that's in the church.
Okay.
On 5+, so they can. I'll attempt to drop it on the center of your reconnaissance platoon.
So like here?
Yep. On a 4+ because of the hill underneath it.
Okay.
It ranges in.
Cool.
Alright, so let me check to see what I've got, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we placed the ranged in point on top of the command track with your command team on it there, which you've got surfing the back of it. We're not going to bother placing a ranged in marker because according to the card, it gets removed at the end of the turn. So I can hit all 7 of your teams. Hitting on a 3+ because I ranged it on the first attempt. I will hit all 7 of your teams.
Okay.
So 1 hit to each track.
Yep.
And my anti-tank is 4. Your top armor is 0. So you need a 4 to potentially be bailed. So a 4 to equal. And on a 5, you can ignore it. So yeah, might as well just roll all 7 at once.
Yep.
So you need a 4 to equal and a 5 to ignore. We're rolling all 7 at once. So you got 2 5s, so they get pulled out. And you got 1 4, so that's a potential bail.
Okay. And 4 dead.
Now, firepower on this is auto. So that one is automatically bailed out.
Yep. And
those are automatically destroyed. So you need to make 4 infantry saving throws. So you, again, just roll them at the same time. 3+. And you lose 1 MG team. Alright, so using his second attempt, I will attempt to re-range in my mortars a little bit farther down the hill on top of them on a 4+. So the mortars range in on the second attempt, so I'll shift their aiming point and we'll check the template to see what we hit. Alright, we checked, so we'll hit the 3 infantry teams and all 3 of the remaining half tracks here. Won't hit him. He's already bailed out, so I'm going to roll him separately. Now, because it's my second attempt, I add +1 to the score needed. So that half track that's bailed out, I'll hit on a 4+. I'll miss him. The other 2 half tracks hit on a 4+. I miss them. And then the 3 infantry teams. 2 hits. Also, I just remembered, I am 6 guns firing. I re-roll failed misses, or failed hits, sorry. So the bailed out half track does get hit.
Yep.
And the other 2 half tracks do get hit. And the one team I missed does not get hit. Okay. So we'll do 2 infantry saves on 2 dudes I hit.
Okay.
3+.
Nope.
They'll both die.
Yep.
Excellent. Now on we'll do the bailed out half track first. You just need a 1 or better. So that bounces, and then the other 2, 1 equals 2 ignores. Okay, so those all bounce. But I killed 2 of your infantry, so that's good. That's really going to hamper that assault. This PIAT here is going to shoot from this window at him. Now, because the line on the turret is like this, it might potentially be a front armor shot, because I'm behind the side of the hull. So to see if I hit first, I'll need a 3 or better, becoming a 4 or better because I am now out of command. And I missed. All right, Waffen SS, turn 4. Forgot to turn this big, soft, blue, crushy die. Oh my gosh, there. Turn 4. Starting step. We're going to start with bailing back in the half track on a 3+, I think, because they're fuse.
Got it.
Yep. And then unpinning the reconnaissance infantry.
Nope.
They do not unpin. And then you have your reserves. 3 dice.
4 dice, isn't it? Turn 4?
No, I think it stays.
Just say 3.
I think it stays 3.
Okay.
You just automatically get 1 this turn if you don't.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, you'll automatically get 1 unit.
Okay. All right, German turn 4 movement phase. The reserves came on from the table edge and dashed up. These guys have finally come off from holding the objective and moved up to assist in the assault. And these guys just kind of moved up and around the building to try and flank from the other side. They moved in through the tiny road there to try and help with the assault on the hedgerows, as well as to kind of cover a bit of the church.
All right, we're going to kick off the German shooting here with the front 2 Panzers are going to machine gun the Rifle Platoon, hoping to kill that PIAT.
Okay.
Hitting me on 5s because I'm concealed.
2 hits.
All right, 1 on the PIAT, 1 on the Rifle team in the red building. My dice are over there. Would you mind, my love?
Yes, dear. Here you go.
Thank you. So on the PIAT, 3+. And on the Rifle team, both save. You said the Stug here was also going to shoot, so he rotates. And can cannons or MGs on him?
MGs, more shots.
Okay. MGs, shooting there. Rate of fire moving on Stug is 2.
Got them both?
Yep. 1 on the PIAT, 1 on the Rifle team. PIAT first. Saved. Rifle team. Saved.
Okay.
All right. The Pumas are going to shoot. One's going to shoot into the dudes in the church with the machine gun, and the other's going to shoot the dudes in the red building with the machine gun. So hitting on 3, or hitting on 3s. I'm not playing Soviets. Hitting on 5s. I'm careful and I'm concealed. So on the red brick building.
On the red brick building. On 5s. 2 hits.
2 hits. Once again, 1 on the PIAT, 1 on the Rifle team. There's
What did
my
you
dice.
do with your dice? Yes.
PIAT, 3+. Finally fails. And Rifle team saves. So then you need to make a 6-up firepower check, which you do not. So, but I am now pinned on that platoon. So then that Puma into that church. Same thing. Hit on 5s.
1 hit.
1 hit. All right. Do you want to put it on the PIAT?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. It's the same platoon. PIAT's over there. So on a Rifle team.
Don't
mind me.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused. But it saves.
Okay.
All right. And then Panzer 4. MGs or cannon?
MGs.
All right. On the dudes in the church. 4 shots. Hitting on 5s. Nothing. All right. We're going to do the anti-aircraft guns, shooting into the dudes in the hedgerows. 3 shots each stationary, so 6 shots total, hitting on 5s because I'm careful and I'm concealed. 2 hits.
2 hits.
There is a PIAT, there is a 2-inch mortar, and 7 Rifle MG Teams.
Rifles.
Don't want to hit the PIAT?
Yeah, PIAT.
Okay. 1 on the PIAT, saved, and 1 on the rifle. All right, firepower check.
6
Because
up.
a hedgerow.
That was the thing that happened.
Okay, well, never mind. But yeah, the bocage hedgerows count as bulletproof cover. All right, and then we have 4 half tracks that are going to fire into there as well. Rate of fire 4. They're all under 16. So for a 12, 16 shots.
I think that's 16.
Hitting on 5s.
Five hits.
All right. If you want to take them over to that side and assign the hits for me.
Yep.
We'll go left from right. So starting on the PIAT. Fails. Dude beside him. Passes. This one. Fails. Can you grab me another die? This one. And this one. All right, so 6-up firepower check on the PIAT. Oh no. Okay, and 6-up firepower check on the rifle team that you hit. All right, well, you killed my PIAT. Okay. Starting step, I placed my ambush, and then I'm gonna unpin. I wish I hadn't waited till turn 4 because I completely forgot I had the 6-pounders in ambush. So the best place I can put them is right there. So unpinning the mortar rifle platoon in the town.
Nope.
But the unit commander is, or yes, the unit leader is within 6 inches of my formation commander, so I get a reroll. So I will unpin.
Okay.
And then 2 dice for my reserves. I will get a unit.
Alrighty.
That's big. Okay.
Yeah.
On a 1 or a 2, they come in from that corner. On a 3 or 4, they come in on that corner. And on a 5 or 6, they come in on my deployment zone.
Yep.
Fuck.
In the hedgerows. Good luck.
Alright, so movement phase, reinforcements from Bureau, from the 3rd Canadian Division, are pushing in from that board edge. Attempted to follow me. They were not motivated enough to continue following.
Fair.
So I guess we haven't had enough coffee.
Nope.
Otherwise, the only thing I did was I shifted my 1 Vickers over and my command team over so that they're now in command. And, oh, I completely forgot to unpin my unit. Didn't I?
I think so, yeah. Give it a try. Roll it. I don't think you did.
Okay, damn it. And, yeah.
Yeah. On a shooting? Question mark?
Yeah.
On a shooting.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Alright, so we're going to attempt the naval gunfire bombardment again, using the same observer as before, the one on the church bell tower.
Okay.
On a 5+, they can attempt to call it in. They cannot attempt to call it in this turn. So instead, they will simply repeat bombardment, the mortar strike over on your half tracks and infantry.
Yep.
There is only 1 infantry team there and 3 half tracks that are underneath it because I killed the other 2 infantry. So I'll do the half tracks first. This will be first attempt, so I'm hitting you on 3+. Re-rolling fails because it's 6 guns firing. So all 3 half tracks will be hit. And the 1 infantry team is hit.
Okay.
So you will now need to make your saves. Once again, my anti-tank is 1 in bombardment, so we'll just do the half tracks first.
Half tracks first?
Yeah, might as well. So anti-tank 1 in bombardment, your top armor is 0, so 1 or better. 2 potential bailouts, so on 4+. Nope, they don't bail out. And then the infantry save. But repeat bombardment means you have to re-roll the success. Alright, he's still alive. Alright, PIAT in the red brick building is going to launch at your last command Panzer. He's at 7 inches away. And I'm in command now, so I'm hitting you on a 3+.
Yep.
That will hit you.
Okay.
On your rear armor, which is your side armor. So your side armor is 5 because of bazooka skirts. My anti-tank is 10.
5. On 6.
Is an 11, so that goes in. So then instead, I'm going to do my 6-pounders at him. All right, 16 pound or the 16 pounders. I wish the 6-pounders.
Yeah.
God,
not 16.
These 2 are going to shoot your command tank.
Yep.
They're just under 16 from him, so they'll be hitting on 3s because it's less than 2 inches of terrain. He is over 16 to shoot at the Pumas, but it's still less than 2 inches of terrain, so it will be hitting you on 4s because of range. And then he is more than 2 inches, but within 6 inches of the edge, So he's going to shoot the Pumas and hitting on 6s.
Okay.
Because of range and terrain. So I'll start with him hitting on 6s. Rate of fire 2. No hits. Sorry, hitting on 5s, but still no hits because you started at a 3, not a 4.
Yep.
The other Puma, the other 6-pounder shooting at the Pumas, hitting on 4s because of range. We'll get 1 hit. And then the 2 guns shooting at your command tank, both rate of fire 2, hitting on 3s. 3 hits.
Okay.
Now, my anti-tank is 11, and I believe the firepower is a 4+. And the side armor on your Panzer 4 was a 3. So your bazooka skirts do not kick in because it's not a 5 or a 6 firepower, it's a 4. So these will just go straight through your armor.
Okay.
Because side armor 3 against 11. 4+, blow him up.
Okay.
And then on the Puma, same thing. Your front armor, or well, in this case, side armor, it's not going to stop it.
No.
So I bail him out.
Okay.
All right, so the rifle platoon that's in contact with the hedgerow, there's 5 teams that can shoot through it. I'm going to shoot at your anti-aircraft guns because they only have a save. They don't have armor.
Yep.
You are in a little bit of a defilade there, so I'll get a lost die. I'll get
The cat has taken a die.
+1, and so I'll be hitting you on a 4.
Alrighty.
Pull those 2 out. So you'll need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4-up saves. So 4 on each, please.
Alright, so 4 on the first one, the one closest to the buildings.
So he's blown up.
He's blown up. And the one farther away from the building
He's
is blown up.
I wish I'd done that before I used my Oster earlier. But that worked. German, turn 5, starting step. We're going to start with bailing in. Oh,
Yep.
3+.
3+. He gets back in.
Gets back in. And then we have a pin check on that squad.
Nope.
They stay pinned. And
They stayed pinned. You took the pin marker.
yeah, I did take the pin marker.
Yep.
And reinforcements.
Reserves, yeah.
And reserves.
Got it.
You get 2 units, so you get both of them. Turn 5, German movement. Tell us what you've done.
Alrighty, so I tried to do cross checks for these guys. 2 of them passed, 2 of them didn't. So 2 of them were bogged down, I guess, kind of in there. Moved them and the infantry up to be kind of the very end of the tree line. Brought the Stugs up to take some firing shots at your 6-pounders. They're basically stuck where they are until they clear one of those 2 buildings, or both those buildings rather. My reserves came on and terrain dashed onto the board. These guys terrain dashed to come around and provide supporting fire. And then these guys came around the building to provide supporting fire so they could fall back.
All right, you said the Pumas are going to engage my platoon there. Okay. 3 shots each on the move, hitting me on 5s because I'm concealed.
1 hit.
All right. Apparently, I will need a die. Who are you assigning it to?
I'll stick it on him.
Okay, 3 up. I'm gonna take that. No, you want to reroll? Okay, fine.
Fine.
Still cocked.
These hedge rolls.
Can you put that in center?
Yeah, here.
Just put it down. Should fit. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Firepower check 6+. No. Okay. So the Panzer IVs are gonna once again open up with their MGs into the rifle platoon, hoping to get rid of that PIAT and to clear their way forward. Hitting on 5s.
Just 2 hits.
All right, 1 on the PIAT, 1 on his friend. So PIAT saves and his friend saves.
Okay.
Okay. All right, the 3 Stugs are going to shoot at my 6-pounders with their MGs, moving rate of fire 2, so 6 shots. Might as well put that over here so we can actually see.
Yep.
There we go.
And
Hitting
it's
on
what?
5s.
5s. So 3 hits.
Okay. I'll just save them one at a time. Old-fashioned way. My saving throw, I believe, is a 3+.
No. No. Yes.
Okay. Alright, 3 of the teams in the Panzer Grenadier platoon there have just enough line of sight through the trees to shoot there, hitting me on 5s with 2 shots each because moving rate of fire. So 3 hits, one with 2 hits will die, and the one with 1 hit will die.
Okay.
That's not good.
It's for me.
Okay, Canadian starting step, turn 5. Nothing's pinned. Nothing's needing morale checks. So, reserves.
Yep.
I'll get a unit.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Movement.
Where is it coming in from?
Good point. Sherman's. Yes. Perfect.
All right.
All right, we're gonna kick this off with the Shermans shooting at the Stugs there.
Okie doke.
I'm gonna do the Firefly first.
Yep.
Hitting you on a 3+. Hits.
Yep.
And the other Shermans, 1 hit.
Okay.
Sherman here. Firefly here. Firefly is anti-tank 14. Your front armor is 7, so it'll go straight in.
Yep.
2 firepower. Blown up.
Okay.
Regular Sherman is firepower 10. Sorry, anti-tank 10 to your front armor 7. So on a 3, you eagle. On a 4, you ignore. 4 you
Ignored.
ignore. Alright, so I'll blow one up.
Okay.
Alright, and then the PIAT's going to shoot out the window at the front armor of the Panzer, hitting on a 4 because of the fence posts in the way. Missing. Okay. Alright, the 2 Vickers are going to shoot through the windows over here at your squad. You are in cover, so I'll be hitting you on 4s. And my rate of fire is 6 each. So 6 hits.
Okay.
I can only really hit the 3 teams here because of my line of sight, so each of them is going to get 2 hits. So, left to right.
Okay.
That
Dead.
squad's dead. That
Dead.
squad's very dead. And the command team. Also dead.
Also dead. Alright.
Alright, my formation commander again in the church is going to attempt the naval bombardment. 5+ to see if he can range it in. He does not.
Alright.
So instead, he will use the smoke. I believe they have smoke. Sorry, the mortars. I believe they have smoke. That's what I'm trying to get at. They do have smoke bombardment. So I will attempt to range in a smoke bombardment right here. On a 3+, yeah, because my skill is 3. I do.
Okay.
Alright, I only had 4 markers, so I just kind of spread them out. The gaps are smoke markers in and of themselves, so nothing, anything shooting through there is smoked.
Okay.
Alright, starting step, German turn 6, unpinning them on a 3+. They do not. Okay, I understand. I totally understand. And a last stand check on that squad on 3+.
Nope.
Okay, try
Goodbye.
a different die.
Yes.
We'll take that.
Okay. German turn 6 movement phase. These guys still can't really move because there's still enemy in the 2 buildings there. These guys just kind of shimmied around, moved up. He passes cross checks, who's in partial cover now in the tree line. They moved up to be right up against the hedgerows to hopefully finally push you off that objective. They're still falling back, and those guys are coming around the corner to hopefully provide some more covering fire.
Alright, we're going to kick off the shooting phase for the Germans with the Stugs attempting to shoot through the smoke at the Sherman troop. I'm normally hit on 4. I'm now hit on 5 because of the cover from the smoke. 3 shots because you're moving rate of fire.
1 hit.
Alright, where do you want to put it? Firefly is the one with the big gun.
Put it on the Firefly.
Of course you would. Alright, so now I just have to double check to see if you're within 6 inches.
Just outside of.
Perfect, so I can attempt to mistaken target. On a 3+.
Goodbye.
Doesn't count because that rolled off the table. So I can attempt a mistaken target on 3+ because I'm not within 6 inches. And I don't. Alright, so it goes onto the front of the Firefly. So my front armor is 6, your anti-tank is 11. I need a 5 or better. That goes in, so firepower 3+, and you blow up my precious Firefly.
Nope.
Alright, so you bail me out. Perfect. Alright, the Panzer IVs here are, again, going to shoot at the 2 dudes there so that they can clear enough space for them to end their movement outside of 2 inches from an enemy unit. We're going to do cannons, rate of fire 2 when stationary, hitting on 5s.
2 hits.
Alright, 1 and 1. So on the PIAT, passes. On the rifle team, that's cocked.
Passes. Also a 4.
Oh, I'm sorry, huh? I know. It's the joys of assaulting infantry in a town.
Yep.
Next, the Pumas, who got up against the barriers of the bocage, so they're able to shoot through. I am no longer in cover from them, so hitting on 4s. And Bree's decided for MGs, so rate of fire 3. No, rate of fire 2 each. Because moving is rate of fire 2, I believe.
I believe that's what I was trying to check.
Hitting on 4s.
Hang on, 4s. One hit.
Saved. Alright. Sherman Firefly remounts on a 3+ because of protected ammo. Gets back in. And then my reserves come in this turn.
Yep. And where at?
So...
In the hedgerows again.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, movement step. Canadians turn 7. They attempted to dig in. They failed. Also, I'd move them back in the hope that they wouldn't be able to get there, but oh well. See what we can do. They attempted to dig in but failed. They advanced. Sherman's is staying stationary, and everything else is just hanging out. Yeah, moving on. Gonna kick things off with the Sherman platoon, shooting the what's left of the Stugs.
Yep.
Firefly first, hitting on 3s. Yep. The others, 2 shots each, hitting on 3s. Cool. Firefly and Firefly. And then Sherman. Oh yeah, gotta do that, sadly. Alright, Firefly penetrating on here, 3 up. Blows it up.
Okay.
And penetrating on this Stug. Bails it out. And then, so that one goes away effectively because I overkilled you.
Yep.
You're bailed out. And then I need you to make an armor check on him. So anti-tank 11? No, anti-tank 10 on your front armor 7. So that it won't potentially bail you back out. And same on this one unaffected dude. Goes in. Bails you up.
Okay.
So 2 bailed out, 1 blown up. Next, we'll do the PIAT. Once again, shoot the Panzer IVs. Hitting you on 3s. It hits. Anti-tank 10 to your front armor 6, so you need a 4 to equal and 5 to ignore.
Nope.
Goes in. 5 up firepower. Blows you up.
Okay.
Okay. Naval gunfire again. Attempt. 5 up to see if I can do it. I still don't connect.
Okay.
So then I will...
Re-range in.
I'll just repeat my smoke bombardment. Yeah. Turn 8 German starting step, remounting some Stugs on 2+.
All right, so the one
The middle
closer, yeah, the middle one.
Gets
He's
in.
in.
And the other one?
He's also in.
All right. And then unpinning the recon grenadiers.
Please, guys.
3 up.
Please.
Hey,
Yes!
they're finally in the war. All right. Moving on. I did a dumb. My mortars can only do smoke once per game. My bad. Sorry, guys. Stugs remain stationary so that they can maximize their shots. Panzer's shuffled over so that, again, can maximize number of shots. And then that stuff started advancing finally. Getting in the war. That's becoming to be a little bit in trouble. So we'll see what we can do. John, to German shooting step. Stationary rate of fire MGs, Puma, on the infantry there. I am stationary, so I am now concealed because I'm infantry. So hitting my 5s, and you think it's 3 shots each.
Is it 3? I thought it was 4.
No, Panzer 4s are 4.
Yeah, you're right.
So hitting me on 5s. 3 hits.
3 hits.
I'll lose a team.
Okay.
2 Panzer 4s, rate of fire 4 MGs on the dudes in the red brick building again. Hitting on 5s. That's a lot of damage.
Yep, 5 hits.
So I'm assuming 3 on the PIAT, 2 on the dude.
Yes.
All right, and I am too close to mistaken target. So on the PIAT, failed 1, and on the dude, saved. So a 6-step firepower check on the PIAT. No. Stugs, rate of fire 2 on the Shermans, hitting on 4s.
1 hit.
Assuming Firefly.
Yeah.
Cool. Mistaken target.
Good assumption.
Goes to a Sherman. Front armor 6 to anti-tank 11. 5 or better. 6. I'll bounce it.
Alrighty.
Alright, that battered rifle platoon in the town are going to unpin on a 3+. Yep.
Okay.
And then moving. Alright, continuing advancing with the platoon there, moving up into the trees, kind of pushing towards the objective finally. They just kind of spread out to get some better cover. Everything else is pretty much remaining stationary, as you can see. And they dug in. They did a cross here order. He failed his cross. They've passed both the other crosses and are now there. On to shooting. Going to start with the Shermans.
Yep.
Into the Stugs.
Yep.
Firefly first.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Both hitting.
Ow.
And the other 6 shots. 3 hits.
Okay. Whoops.
Alright, so it does matter because one only has 1 hit from a 75mm. So 1 75 and a 17, 2 75s and a 17. So 3 up to destroy this Stug from the 17 pounder. Bails him out. 3 up to destroy this Stug from the 17 pounder. Blows him up. So you need to make 1 armor check. Front armor 7 against anti-tank 10. Bounces.
Okay.
And after they shoot, I'm going to attempt a shoot and scoot on a 4+. No. Okay. Alright, the PIAT there, the MVP of the game, is again going to shoot a Panzer 4. I'm shooting through cover, so hitting on 4s. No.
Okay.
Alright, and then my formation commander up there in the bell tower is going to attempt the naval gunfire again. Nope.
Okay.
1. So I will then instead attempt to range in my mortars over there on their old range-in marker. That's technically not there because I did the smoke bombardment.
Whoops.
So on a 4+. Nope. Second attempt. Third attempt. Yes.
That 1.
Alright, so as you can see, we can hit 5 MG teams and 1 half-track. Alright, so third attempt adds +2 to the score needed to hit. And then I'm 6 guns firing, so going to be hitting you on 5s, re-rolling fails. So 2 hits.
Okay.
And the half-track. So 2 hits, 3 up saves. I will kill
save.
1 and pin you back.
No!
You just unpinned them too. I am going to do an assault here. Unfortunately, you were bailed out, so no defensive fire.
Nope.
They don't have line of sight.
Yep.
So I'll just move up to contact you here. He's bailed out. I automatically get into contact. I guess I'll roll to see if I hit you on a 3+.
Yep.
Get 1 hit. My anti-tank is 2 against your top armor 1.
Got a 1.
Okay, I could potentially bail you out again. I do. So then you would need to make a morale check to make sure you don't fall back or run away because you're already bailed out. However, regardless of the outcome of that, you are bailed out, and I'm an assaulting team in contact with you, so you are automatically destroyed. So I then win the assault, and I can consolidate up to 4 inches with the unit. Then we do that. And that's my assault.
All right. Yep.
Turn 9, German starting step. We have to unpin that squad.
Again.
Yep.
Nope.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
I love you.
Movement step. At least you got a bunch of tanks over there now.
Yep.
So there's that. Couple more turns and you might have the objective.
Maybe. We're on turn 9 already. All right. So movement phase
9.
9. Oh God. So these guys are still stuck. They can't really go anywhere until they take those guys out in the red building. They're still pinned down. These guys came up over the hill and are coming around the corner. I think a couple of these two guys might actually have fire at this point. And they're staying where they are.
No, because they can't shoot through the hedgerows. You have to be...
They gotta get up against the hedges.
Yeah, you have to be
next turn.
Connecting them to be able to shoot through them.
They'll get there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, the Pumas are going to open up with their cannons this time because I'm now dug in foxholes. 2 shots each. Hitting on 5s because I'm concealed.
And 2 hits.
All right. I'll fail 1 save, so now you need to do a firepower check. 5 centimeter on the Pumas, a 4+ firepower. Kill
Got
them.
a 4.
Excellent. Panzer IVs, once again, the 2 of them shooting the dudes in the red brick building with cannons. For that other firepower. Hitting on 5s.
1 hit.
On the PIAT. Saved.
Darn it!
Yep. And unfortunately, I think that's it for turn 9 German shooting.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to Canadian.
Okay.
Canadian turn 9 movement. That Rifle Platoon, Able Platoon, is pushing for the objective. The Shermans, 1 failed the cross check. He passed, and these 2 passed, so they moved in. He didn't quite have enough range because of the wreck there, so he just moved there, whatever. That Sexton passed both cross checks and terrain dashed forward to get in line with the others, and the others stayed stationary so that they could potentially do some bombardments. Obviously, they stayed still. And yeah, on to shooting. So 2 of my Shermans can shoot at your Panzer IV platoon, Firefly and a Sherman 5. So Firefly hitting on a 4 misses, and the Sherman 5 on a 4 also misses.
Okay.
Nice. We will do my formation commander. We'll once again see if he can call in to the cruiser offshore. That's literally gone underneath. Literally went under the desk.
Goodbye.
So, okay. All right, so once again, the formation commander will attempt to contact the cruiser offshore, the HMCS Winnipeg, I guess.
Yep.
And call in a naval gunfire bombardment. He does this turn, so he will drop it on top of your Sherman 4s or Shermans.
Panzers?
On the Panzer 4s.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
First attempt to range in.
9 turns, guys.
It's going to be flat terrain underneath it, so adding nothing, so just his regular skill of 3+. Ranges in on the first attempt. We'll hit all 4 Panzer 4s, because they're a little too long. Let me just double check that. Let's just double check that. So, if it drops right here, it'll hit all 4. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure, because the angle looked a little off. To me.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, these guys, oh my gosh, no. Hitting you on 3. Hitting all 4.
Okay.
Anti-tank is 4 on your top armor of 1. So a 3 equals and a 4 ignores. And firepower was auto, so 2 are dead.
Okay.
Alright, and then using his second attempt, and probably his third, he'll also attempt to range in the 3 Sextons that did not move this turn. Again, on a 3. Yep.
Okay.
There's 2 left, so I'll only be hitting 2. And they are going to be hitting on a 4 because of the second attempt. 2 hits. Now, the Sextons are basically 25 pounders. So their anti-tank and bombardment is 3. So you only need a 2 or better. So 2 equals 3 ignores. Getting a 1 on one of them. That goes in. A firepower 4+. Blows that one up.
Okay.
All right. Last thing to do. My MVP, the PIAT in the red brick building. Shooting at your Panzer IVs. Hitting on a 4. Missing again. Okay, maybe he's not my MVP anymore.
Maybe not. No.
But he certainly did good at the start. Okay.
I think your MVP is the guy that's been setting everything in.
Oh, yeah. Lieutenant Smith, I guess, in the bell tower.
Yes.
With the radio set.
Yes.
Just left, right, and center. We need to hear. So yeah, that'll be the Canadian turn. On to German.
Shouldn't it
turn
be like
10.
Shouldn't the lieutenant have a color name if we're going with a Clue reference here? Lieutenant Green.
Yeah, no.
In the bell tower with the radio set.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Lieutenant Green in the bell tower with the radio set. German, turn 10 next.
Turn 10.
Okay, so we just realized if he doesn't pass his last stand, there's only 1 unit left in the Panzer IV formation, which means your formation breaks.
Yep.
So last stand check on a 3+.
He fails.
Good game.
Good game.
That was. Well, that was a long game.
Yep.
Longer than I think any of the other ones we've had. 10 turns?
10 turns, yeah, because I had to concede on the 10th turn when I
11
that
turns.
roll.
According to our die, is it?
Nope.
No, 10 turns. Okay.
10.
I can't count. Don't mind me. We all know basic math and me do not get along.
Nope.
So yeah, 10 turns. Maybe a little too dense on the terrain, but it certainly looked freaking cool.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the hedgerows are really sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait till we actually play a proper hedgerow mission on that. Get some elite German infantry going up against my Canucks. But yeah, no, that was fun. Not really sure what else I would have done to change up and maybe win a bit faster, because I feel like what I did worked. The only things I can think of is that OP, that austere air OP. I wish I hadn't have tried dropping them on top of all your anti-air. That was smart.
Yep.
And then
reminded me of fire with my AA guns.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done that. No. Ambushing sooner. I should have done that. I completely forgot about it in the first like 2 or 3 turns, and then by that point I didn't have a lot of good spots to put it. But other than that, I think it went rather well. What about you?
I would have dice that didn't hate me.
Can't help with that.
Can't help with that. No, but I think I would have maybe tried to divide my forces a little bit better, and maybe been a little more careful about how I was moving my tanks into town, because like you said, as soon as you got into those buildings, I was stuck.
Yeah, we could have done that wrong. As far as I understand, you can't move within 2 inches, or end your turn within 2 inches of a building or a unit in a building. Sorry, you can't end your turn within 2 inches of a unit in a building or an occupied building. That's what I'm trying to get at. As far as I know, let us know if that's right. That's how we were playing, and it did kind of screw you over. Yeah. So I don't know what else you could have done except maybe get some flamethrower troops, which we'd have to build and paint models for. So maybe next time.
Yeah. But, and maybe run my infantry with the anti-tank upgrade, because they were totally screw when the
at least
the Germans came on.
The one armored Panzer Grenadier platoon. I wish I had chosen the Panzerfaust, or we had chosen the Panzerfaust for them. You would have had a better chance of taking out the Shermans there. So, but yeah, fun game though. We are what is this? Our 8th video, 9th video,
something like that.
And we want to thank all of you for your support. And there's a lot we haven't been able to do lately, so this is kind of being how we've been spending our time. So thank you so much for watching along with us. My work is picking up starting next week, hopefully. We might be dropping down to only 1 video every other week. We will let you know. Our goal, though, is to continue forward with every Friday being Flames War Day. And soon we may be doing more content with other games. So, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Definitely please subscribe.
Ring that bell and let us know if there's anything particular you guys want us to try, any particular type of battle or different type of game. We're always happy to the suggestions of our community and to see what we can do to drum up interest for tabletop gaming.
Mhm.
Take care, guys.
Keep sticks on the ice.